Middlesex kept their Clydesdale-Bank 40 season very much alive by thrashing Essex by 9 wickets with 2.5 overs in the bank at Chelmsford. Rain meant that the game was reduced to 25 overs per side, and learning from the other night's events in Manchester, Neil Dexter had no hesitation in bowling first after winning the toss, and he was soon rewarded as Toby Roland-Jones had James Franklin caught behind in the 3rd over. Next ball, Roland-Jones struck again by trapping Greg Smith in front for a golden. It was an ideal start for the Panthers, who began this match in need of a win to keep in touch with the leading pack in Group A of this competition. But they certainly didn't have it their own way in what was effectively an extension of the T20 season, again as it had been at Old Trafford. Mark Pettini and Tom Westley kept their own side interested with some fine shots as they began to build a sizeable partnership. This shot of Tom Smith by Pettini, which went for 6, was not against the slope as our camera suggests. Just after this pair had brought up the 50 partnership in 10 overs, Westley holed out of Smith after really struggling to get going. His dozen runs took him 27 balls. Pettini was quicker and had made a run of ball 44 when he was beaten by Chris Rogers' perfect throw from the deep, which hit the stumps on the full, meaning that Pettini's dive was wasted. Essex began this match at the bottom of the group and were never really able to push on in spite of now having Graham Napier at the crease. He and Ryan Tendescarter took the total to 86 midway through the 19th over before Napier edged a swipe off Stephen Crook to David Malan. Tendescarter fell in the next over, offering Malan another catch off Dexter as Essex went into the last 5 overs with only 90 runs on the board and 6 men out. But they finished their innings strongly in adding a further 56 runs off the last 30 balls. Jake Mickleburgh and Adam Wheater supplied the thrills on what was overall not a good pitch on which to play shots. Wheater struck 3 maximums while Mickleburgh helped himself to 1 as this pair gave their side some hope with a rapid and much needed partnership which added 53 in no time. Roland-Jones had Wheater out in the last over as he just failed to go all the way again. He made 33 off 19 balls out of his side's 146 for 7 off their 25 overs. Rogers and Malan made a watchful start in their reply, taking only 8 runs off the first 4 overs, but they picked up the pace, running superbly between the wickets and complementing each other's styles really well. Both started to accelerate the innings with maximums off David Masters in successive overs from the experienced seamer. Rogers lifted him high into the night sky, while Malan struck him with real power as Middlesex soon began to make rather light work of their target, reaching 55 without loss off the first 10 overs. The pair began to find the gaps at regular intervals and runs started to arrive at a good rate to put Middlesex into a very strong position. They have gone relatively well in this competition, but this was perhaps the most professional of all. With Joe Denley missing through injury, these two impressed to keep the target down to a run a ball for the second half of the innings. A lovely straight 6 from Rogers brought up the 100 and left the Panthers only 47 to win off the last 10 overs, with all of their wickets in hand. It was becoming a canter. Malan was first to his 50, made off a run a ball with 4 fours and a 6. It was a high-class innings from a player who, on his day, is one of the best players on the county circuit. Rogers has been there and done that, as he was even quicker to his half-century. His had occupied 48 deliveries and had included 6 fours and a pair of 6s. How these two were enjoying themselves. They had certainly quietened the home support, one which is normally so vociferous, and they were almost silenced as Rogers tried to finish the match off in a hurry. It was a beautifully paced chase from both openers as the runs required came down to 11 off 5 overs when Rogers mishit another big hit off Tymor Mills to be caught by Masters for 64 to end a stand of 136. Malan soon swatted away the winning hit to claim a comprehensive win by 9 wickets with 15 balls to spare, with Malan ending on a superb 76. It was an outstanding Panthers performance. They leapfrogged both Gloucestershire and Lancashire to move into second place in the table behind the Dutch. So the match at the Cheltenham Festival against Gloucestershire on Sunday will be an important one.